Männer, es war ein langer Krieg. Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft. Seid eine besondere Truppe, die ineinander einen...
Hey everyone, this is Hydrahead, and first, let me apologize about the grease that's going to be under my fingernails. No matter how many times I wash my hands, orange clean, stuff's not coming off yet. So the reason I'm greasy, dirty, is because last night my serpentine belt gave out. So my my car is a 99 Grand Am, the V6. It's a shit car, but anyway, in these cars, the serpentine belt, to put a new one on or take the old one off, assuming it didn't shred like mine did, you have to remove the motor mount. So I'm driving down the road, hear the belt give way, all my power and steering, everything dies. Coast down to a side road, manage into a cul-de-sac. I'm like, all right, I got a belt in the car, no big deal, 30 minutes tops. 30 minutes later, I still can't figure out how to put this damn belt on because my belt guide is missing from the car for some reason. So I look it up online. I'm like, no. None of these can be right because all of these make it look like I'm going to have to remove the motor mount. So I look up some YouTube videos. And every goddamn video, the first thing they tell you is that you have to remove the freaking motor mount to put the serpentine belt on here. So I try. I have a jack, so I was able to support the motor. But I was parked on just a little bit of an incline. Just enough so that the motor was basically resting against the what are they called? The rubber shock absorbing mounts that they go on. And it was pressed up tight against that, and I could bend it, but not enough to get the belt between the gap. So after about 3 hours of trying, I'm sweaty, bloody, covered in grease, and end up having to call a freaking tow truck driver just so I can get home. So $135 later, and missed a day of work, and now I am just finished up with my fucking serpentine belt. I would just like to say, though, I don't recommend buying one of these cars to anybody. While the motor is practically bulletproof, there is so much stupid shit on here. You can't even check the transmission fluid on this car. There's no dipstick. No. The engineer from GM, the brilliant mastermind that he was, decided that the best way to go about putting new transmission fluid in here is to jack the car up, remove the overflow bolt. If nothing spills out, then you probably need some transmission fluid. So you need to fill it from the top until it flows out of the bottom, cap it. Now you have to have the car on jacks in the air because, and this is the fun part, you have to turn it on, put it in gear, and basically let it idle through all of the gears to properly disperse the fluid, and then tighten everything up, seal it all off. What kind of absolute retard designs that? Oh, and then having to remove the motor mount to put a serpentine belt on. That just irks me. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is number 6. This is the last issue of the arc. It came out quite a while ago. I just been waiting on it. No real reason. It was a good wrap up. It really was. Lots of action, lots of detectiving. I'll be honest, I think Tinian is kind of not the greatest writer ever, but I'm pretty positive that Tinian did the plot, right? But Ferrier did the writing. And I'd say it has a good beat, good clip. The characters all seem to match. I love Bane. Oh, man. Bane is like Shakespearean level, which is what he should be. Just fantastic there. In this one, we get Batman and Shredder. They actually team up to take down Bane. Shredder wants his army back. We get a lot of conflict resolution between the guys. Donnie, I mean, honestly, this is Donnie's comic. He gets the coolest scenes. This whole arc is basically Donnie's arc, and this is where it really culminates into the top. Oh yeah, and it seems weird that they have like a name for the overall arc, and then they do names for each individual issue. I don't know, maybe it's normal, but it seems kind of weird to me. Look at her, she looks cute. And it's pretty cool. Batman, Shredder, and Splinter basically three-way tag team the Luchador, and it is awesome. And some great spreads. Look how ripped Nightwing is. Yeah, they do a very, very good job with all the characters, the dialogue, interactions, everything. I'm really impressed with this. I would say, I don't know if this one's better than the first, which I'm pretty sure was written by Tynion, but back when Tynion actually still had to try and put some effort into it. Nowadays, he's just getting put on everything. I don't think he has the time to really try. This is very good. And Freddie Williams' art is absolute top tier. Always. And Freddie's a pretty cool guy. And basically, well, I don't want to give it away too much, but essentially Donnie is the one who figures out how to reverse the effects of the venom that everybody is addicted to and using. Once they're not all hooked on venom, Shredder's army goes back to being loyal to Shredder as they should. We get some, of course, Bebop and Rocksteady stay faithful to Bane, which I don't quite understand, because they were always pretty, like, I don't know, I thought they were always pretty faithful to Shredder and the army, as far as, you know, like, those types of people can be. But, yeah, they stuck with Bane. And then, they don't tell us how or why Shredder agreed to fight alongside Batman, because after the fight's all done, Shredder's basically just like, oh, alright, time to go back to prison. And everybody's pretty shocked by that. And the final page is where we really find out why. And I'm just going to go ahead and not tell you that, because it's worth a read. Even if you don't buy it, check out digitally, or wait till the trade comes out and just pick up the trade. Honestly, that's what I would do. Just pick up the trade, because then you can pick up the first one too. But anyway, mostly was just doing this video because I really wanted to bitch about my car and that stupid fucking serpentine belt. And I still haven't had a chance to start it, because when it got towed, the tow truck driver had to turn the car on to put it in neutral. When you turn the key on in these cars, the light comes on, unless you have the e-brake on. So you can't turn the e-brake on if you're going to put it in neutral. You'll be pulling it. So light comes on, goes through the whole process, and I just get to watch the headlights slowly flicker into nothing as the battery drains down to absolute zero. Now there's not even floor lights on anymore. It's so fucking dead. So hopefully it'll even take a charge. Alright, chickens are freaking out. Hail Hydra, baby. Have a good one.